midnight, a small child's delight. Stars shine like diamonds on snow, glistening white. Northern lights color the sky all aglow. Heaven's reflection on earth here below.
I see my friends and cousins gathered right now.
In the church the candles glow, hear the choir sing. Oh, child of heaven, earth is born. Come behold him, Christ the Savior, born in a manger beneath the starlight. God sent His Son to us this holy land. Filled with love we hurry home, sleigh ride on Christmas, a wonderful night. Family together we hold on so tight. Snow softly falls in a blanket of light. Freezing so cold, but we know we're alright. Opening gifts all together, North Dakota Christmas morn, filled with joy, hope, and peace.
For Jesus is born.
I'll always remember
When I was a child so small, God shed Petits
the wonder of this Christmas Eve. I still believe.
I still believe.
I remember when I was growing up. That's quite a few years ago. And I was born in North Dakota and had a lot of sisters and two brothers. And some of our most memorable times were of Christmas and how we never were allowed to have any sweets or anything. That Mother would always pack it away and then we'd have it out for Christmas Eve. And all these delicatessens that she made was really awesome. We never really exchanged a lot of gifts because they were very poor. And to have a Christmas tree up in our living room for Christmas Eve was so beautiful. And sometimes we just have just tinsels on it. And then we would hang up our stockings because we didn't have stockings like you kids have today. We just have these brown stockings that we roll up our legs and put under our pants when we wanted to stay warm. And we'd hang those up wherever, the tree or the chairs or wherever. There were a lot of us. And sometimes, if you weren't very good, somebody would get the potatoes or the onions. And otherwise, we would get candy and nuts. It was always and one little gift from my parents. It was always a memorable Christmas. We always really enjoyed it. And then all the treats that my mother used to make, oh my goodness, and they would all stashed away. So on Christmas Eve, after we got back from midnight mass, she'd have all this stuff laying on the table. Oh, and she was the best cook. And that was I'm just kind of fragmenting here and thinking about Christmas Eve. And we always had, Mother's cooking was always great. I can't remember. Usually we had goose on Christmas. And my dad used to raise the goose. And he always had a special friend up in Pennsylvania. It was his buddy. And he would send him a goose every year for Christmas. It might have been a turkey, but I thought it was a goose. And we always remembered him packing that special Christmas package to send to Mr. Stephen Martoni. And that was part of our Christmas. And we used to always try and go to midnight mass, which was really special. And I think sometimes we would go in the sleigh, but I'm not so sure. But we always would try to go to midnight mass. And the evenings were always so beautiful. Many times the northern lights would be shining up, and that was our light to get to the church. And when we get to this church up there in Thorne, North Dakota, which is no longer existent, but in there we'd have this beautiful altar. I don't know how this small community could have this old church with all these beautiful altars. And we had one priest, Father Roth, who was young, and he was very artistic. So we would have all these Christmas trees around all the altars, and they had tinsel, and that was a light, no bulbs. And it was just like going in awe. And when you were a child, to see that beautiful, beautiful transformation of that church. And that was the most I remember Christmas Eve going to church, was that beautiful church. And after that, I don't recall too much, just going home and how pretty it was outside, and northern lights down in North Dakota. We don't have that in California, that's for sure. It was truly, truly beautiful, magnificent light that God sends for everybody. And when we get home, and I think we had some treats that Mother had made. Then we all went to bed, and that's when we hung up our stockings and hoped we didn't get the potatoes or the onions. And we always just had a nice festive dinner for Christmas, and sometimes family would come. My dad's sister and didn't live too far away, and they had as many children as we did. So sometimes they would all get together, and that was always a nice, joyous reunion. Or maybe just, I don't think we all got together because there were so many different ages, but we did sometimes get together. And that's the most I remember about Christmas in my younger years. Yeah. So then it was just the snow. We want to go out and play in the snow. We'd always have the snow. And we had toboggans, and where our house was lived on top of a hill, was on a hill. And we had a creek down in the creek, and it would freeze in the winter. And there was always a snowbank. We had a toboggan, and we would get on that toboggan and slide down those hills, and just thought that was the most fun. And once in a while it would freeze, and we would try some ice skating, but I don't think any of us were very proficient at it. So that was some of my childhood memories way at this time of the year. And we were very, very blessed to have all of us together. I feel thankful that I was raised with such loving siblings and special parents.